What's going on, guys? Evan the Dark Souls enthusiast here, bringing you another Dark Souls gameplay commentary on the Xbox 360. This is Elly the Lost Levels, but what I mean by that is this is Elly Part 19 gameplay commentary. In this commentary we're going to run through defeating Sif, Gwyndolin, and the Red Drake, just sort of a boss beating montage. I erroneously uploaded Part 20 of my gameplay commentaries before this one. Like, I uploaded New Londo before I uploaded these, which doesn't make any sense because you can't fight the four kings until you've beaten Sif. And since in these videos I hadn't beaten Sif yet, clearly I uploaded them out of order. So I've amended the file names, and I'll be uploading this one just so nothing's missed, you know. Nothing too major in this video. Just going through bosses that I don't know. Some people struggle with. I guess every boss in the game. There's always that boss for each player. So I'll go ahead and show me running through these bosses. The boss that probably kills me the most, probably like the stuff in the demon runes and stuff like that. Everything in like demon runes to Lust, Izalith or whatever, they all kill me. Oops, and then the plant guy eats me. It's funny when you play this game, you notice like as you start to level up your character and you have more vitality or more armor, you get more comfortable with your character and you're like, I know what I can survive and I know what I can't. So when I first came here, I was extremely cautious on the plant guys because I knew that eat could potentially one-shot me, and now I know it's not a big deal. So I just just not real worried about them anymore. This character, Elly, in these videos is reaching soul level 110 during these videos. Or not 110, I'm sorry. Yeah, between 100 and 110 actually, that's about right. So she's about reached her level threshold, so her stats aren't going to move much. Once I actually get to level 125, I will upload her finalized stats with her finalized equipment and everything like that, just so everyone knows where the character is. And then the PvP videos will start coming in, so people can rage on me and give me negative views for using Wrath of Gods. I was jokingly when I fought the four kings, and every time I fight a boss now, and I take the boss down to like no life and just wrath him at the end to finish him for fun. Like, I swear I'm gonna start getting negative comments every time I use Wrath of Gods. But you know that I should respond to that quickly. You know, getting criticism doesn't bother me. I understand people's concerns with Wrath of Gods. You know, it's new blitz spell, you know, learn to melee, learn to PvP. That kind of stuff just doesn't bother me. When I'm playing against, once again, just to clarify, when I say this, I'm not justifying my commentary. I'm just saying my gameplay style. This is just how I feel about the spell personally. Wrath of Gods is easier to deal with than lag stabs, and it's easier to deal with than certain particular weapon choices, at least for me. If you die to Wrath of Gods, you just need to mash roll. Now, I admit that if you get hit by a Wrath and you get stun locked, you may just die, but I'm not going to refuse to fire more Wraths to finish him off, mainly because, frankly, when people stun lock me with weapons, they keep swinging until I'm dead, and that's kind of understood. Like, once your opponent's stun locked, swing away. That's pretty much how PvP works for like melee weapons, and no one really criticizes that, whereas Wrath of Gods is criticized probably for its ease of use and just its outright power. But it's not Tranquil Walk of Peace before the patch. Now I don't think there's anything in PvP that's just so overpowered it's unacceptable. Maybe the Hornet's Ring, but that's acceptable, that's just really annoying. You know, that added backstab damage off the Hornet's Ring results in a lot of one-shots on the PvP. But this actually isn't a PvP video. I just like to respond to some of the comments I'm seeing. I got some consistent comments saying Wrath spam was pretty lame, and I will try to cut it back. I actually don't Wrath every PvP fight, but I don't hesitate to use it if I think it's going to work. But that's alright. I will try to please the community and use that a little less. No promises though. If I feel like I needed to win the fight, I'm gonna blast away, you know. In any case, this is where you fight Sif in the Grave of Artorias. This is also where you locate the Hornet's Ring. I don't know if Elly's picked it up yet. This is a really cool sort of arena for fight. It'd be cool if you could like PvP duel back here. Yeah, and the Hornet's Ring is of course behind the giant sword. Sif won't actually enter the area and commence combat until you approach that sword. So if you want the Hornet's Ring for PvP in the Forest, you can actually circle around the sword before you approach it. And as always, I'm going to go quiet for the boss fight. Alright, that's the first boss fight, and now we'll jump right into another. Pretty easy boss fight, particularly when you're this high level. Sif can be challenging if you're trying to melee him or you don't have powerful spells to cast, because he does hit really hard, and his double-bladed spin you usually break guard in one shot, so gotta be careful about that. And of course, now we're fighting the Hellkite Dragon. It's not actually a dragon, I think it's a drake, the Hellkite Drake. It seems a little weak to me to be a dragon. And of course, I guess in traditional lore, Drake is a not fully developed dragon, which is what I'm assuming this guy is. This is a pretty fun fight. I kind of do the cheesy way to beat him. You can see I died once. I was trying to fight him the manly way, which is you don't run back downstairs at all. You just stay up on the bridge and fight him the whole way through. And it can be done. I've done it before, but that was a PS3 thing. And I was also soul level like 150 with max fire resist. Elly's not carrying the gear for that, and she's not carrying the gear, and she's not carrying the necessary vitality, and there's just a lot of barriers that prevent from doing that. That and bad playing, so I just take the easy way. And of course, this time the dragon breathes a long-range fire. If you're hoping to beat the dragon without like running back downstairs or retreating, you have to keep track of where the dragon goes, and you have to go under its attacks. Like, if it flies straight up above you, that's when it can one-shot you. It flies up in the air. Oh, looks like I did without going downstairs. See? Elly did do it the manly way. I didn't give her the credit she deserves. But yeah, that's how you beat the red drake. Just avoid the fire blasts. The easiest way to do it is to run up, strike his foot like 3 times when he lands from the perch, then run back down the stairs, let him breathe his fire and fly back up to the perch, run back up, bash him 3 times in the leg, and just so on and so forth. It's repetitive, but it's very safe. Doing it the way I did is quicker when it works out like that, but high propensity to error if he just flies straight up in the air above you and you're not keeping track of where he is, which can be difficult because his move pattern is erratic, being that he flies and jumps really high. But if he flies and gets straight above you and breathes fire straight down on you, that's almost always been instant death for me. I've never lived through that. You probably can if you have like stacked vitality and a lot of defense, but I only have one of the two, so just something to keep in mind if you're trying to do it, the conventional way. And here's what's behind the red drake, of course, the Sunlight Altar, where you can join the Sunlight Brothers Covenant, which Elly ultimately will, but that's more of a New Game Plus thing. The reason it's not being done in New Game here is there's a miracle Sunlight Spear, which is you show me through the lightning javelins at Sif. Sunlight Spear is the most powerful variant of that, but you get very limited casts. To get it, you actually have to provide Gwyn's soul, and Gwyn is the last boss of the game, so I obviously won't have access to Gwyn's soul until I do a complete playthrough. So that is something that I will wind up doing right after I sort of do my wrap-up video. That will actually be my Lost Levels video, and Elly uses all the souls she's acquired, all the boss souls, to make random weapons to get closer to Knight's Honor and stuff like that. And while I'm here, I should learn Praise the Sun. I mean, it's one of those gestures I rarely, if ever, use, but I like to have them all. I'm kind of picky about having all my gestures. I also need to recustomize my prayer bar. That's another video for another time. In fact, that won't be on video. I don't think you guys want to see me trying and testing the emotes I want to keep. And of course, this is the last part of the series, of this upload, rather. Not of the series. Many more videos coming for the series. Next up is probably the Duke's Archives, which is some pretty bad commentary. Or not commentary, but it might be bad commentary. Just bad gameplay. I'll go quiet for the fight.
What foolishness! Why trespasseth upon the great Lord's tomb, whilst thou art a disciple of the dark sun? Mark the words of myself, Gwyndolin. Thou shalt not go unpunished. dark. An eternal curse upon thee.
Alright guys, that's the end of this gameplay commentary. Didn't get to say as much as I would have liked because there's just a lot of boss battles to get through, but still had to upload these, and I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Is just me, or is Gwyndolin like basically a hero version of a channeler? Alright guys, thanks for watching everyone, take care. Hope to see you next time.